Hey everyone, it's Mike again. I'm here to do another Vinyl Finds. My stack of new records is building up, so it's time to get this video made so I can put them file them away and start listening to them. Got quite a few records here, and let's just get started. I found a reasonably priced grail of mine, one record that I've been looking to get for quite a while. This is a shoegaze band. I've already done a shoegaze video where I talked about this band a little bit, but this is Curve's Cuckoo. It's their, what is it, their second full-length album on Anxious Records. Shoegaze, awesome. Tony Halliday and Dean Garcia make some excellent loud music, but really beautiful stuff. See, here's the back. Let's see, the inner sleeve's got a collage of photographs here, the band in the studio, and on the back. This also comes with a little mini poster of them, I guess, hanging out in the studio, Tony in her cowboy hat, and the record's just black vinyl. These are the labels here. I believe this is an original printing. It's really flimsy material, and the record's pretty thin, so I'm pretty sure this is an original, not one of these 180 gram situations, but sounds fantastic. Love this band, Curve Cuckoo. I believe it was 93. I remember I was living in Louisville at the time when this album came out, and it's just a fantastic album of theirs. Let's see, the next one, another shoegaze band. This is a grail for me as well, and it was something that was not ever in print until recently. I didn't even know it existed until I went to the record store and just saw this on the shelf. I'm like, holy crap, I didn't even think that they made this. And this is a band that I follow on Facebook, and they do post every once in a while, but I don't remember ever seeing that they were printing this. It's Swirlies. It's their second album on Tang Records, called I have to write it down because it's a very long title. They spent their wildly youthful days in the glittering world of the salons. This album and their first album are both fantastic, great stuff. Really awesome shoegaze stuff from the early 90s. They're kind of a DIY lo-fi kind of sound. They kind of sound like a garage band doing shoegaze. They're not all beautifully polished like the My Bloody Valentine or even Curve. They sound a little bit like an early Sonic Youth, just raw guitar, bass, and drums. But man, they sound fantastic. They have a lot of time signature changes, really complicated percussion in these songs. Really fun to listen to. I just love this band. And the first album, this one, Blonder Tongue Audio Baton, it's great. I would say pretty much every single song in this album is just so good, so solid. But this album, I was so excited to get this on vinyl because it's not a consistent album. There's a lot of little interludes in there with a lot of sound effects and tape effects and them just kind of screwing around the studio. But when they do play their songs, there's a few on here, like maybe 8 or so songs that are just normal songs, maybe 8 or 9, whatever. They're fantastic. They're just really at their best on these songs. I got to see them in concert when I was in Louisville. They came and played a really small, I wouldn't even call it a venue, it was some room in some building, and Lily's opened for them, and Lily's were great. I knew who they were as well. And then the Swirlies played right after that, and I swear to God, it was just the band set up their equipment in this room, and I think the crew that attended with it, that came with the band, as well as the opening band, I think that group was larger than the crowd. I just don't think they advertised it at all or very well. It was just weird. I think I saw a flyer at the local record store, Ear Ecstasy, there in Louisville. That's the only way I even found out that this was even happening. I think it was near the campus of the University of Louisville. And it was such a small crowd, maybe 10 people in the audience. It was like a personal concert for us, which I don't mind. I'm not complaining, but I think the set was shortened a bit because of the fact that there was hardly anybody there. But I appreciate the fact that they played and got to see them, so that was pretty awesome. So this came out Black Friday record store day. Didn't even know that it came out. So I'm so happy to have this now. It's just such an awesome addition to my Swirlies collection. I've had this on CD forever. And this is like one of those when they ask you the questions in the threads, like, what would be an album that you'd love to have on vinyl that's never been pressed before? Well, this is definitely at the top of my list, and now I finally have it. So fantastic for me. Really happy about that. Next one. Oh, here's what the record looks like. I don't know, the labels. Ostriches, they always put ostriches as their imagery in pretty much everything that they print out. All their artwork or whatever, it always involves ostriches at some point. Next record I got. This band, Deftones. I love the Deftones, and the thing about me and the Deftones is that when I listen to their records, it's usually like 2 or 3 songs that I really love off of each record. And that's it. And then, so I'll make a set list or playlist or whatever of my favorite Deftones songs. And it's usually 2 or 3 songs from each album. There's a lot of songs that are just fantastic of theirs, but there's, usually 2 or 3 great ones on each album. But this album, when I sat down and listened to it, I love this album all the way through. This is why I got this on vinyl. I don't have any other Deftones on vinyl, but this one really stood out to me as just a consistently great album. It's called Koi no Yokan, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to try to pronounce that correctly, but fantastic album. Came out a few years back. I don't know, like 3 or 4 records ago. This is the inside gatefold, what it looks like. And then the back, there's the guys there hanging out. And yeah, so this album, I saw them in concert the album after this. It was called Gore. I saw them at the Mesa Amphitheater here. Great show, just fantastic. And the thing about this album, I don't even know like what song is what, like what they're called, like the names. It doesn't matter. I just put on this album. I listened to it all the way through. I don't need to worry about which song is which because they're all great. This came with a little lyric sheet insert, and I guess info about the band on the other side, Deftones. And then here's the label, black vinyl. So really happy to put some harder edge stuff into my collection because most of the stuff I listen to is pretty light, pretty mellow kind of stuff, or hardcore punk. I listen to a lot of that, but not a lot of like new metal kind of bands like that. So they're freaking awesome. I love the Deftones. Next one. I'm gonna just slowly be building up my collection of this band probably, but I got another Radiohead album. This is the second one I've purchased in the past couple weeks. The Bends, and this is another album that I've been listening to for years and years and years and years. Just never got it on vinyl, and I love this album. It's consistently great. Their second album on XL Recordings, I believe. And the insert, it's got all this crazy little scribblings, drawings going on, and then a bunch of photos on the back side. I'm sure you all have seen this album shown by many a people long before me. I'm not patting myself on the back for buying this, but it's a great album, and I'm really starting to get more and more into Radiohead, listening to more of their later stuff that I kind of just lost track of all their releases after Kid A. I just went on I was listening to other stuff, and now I'm trying to go back and listen to more Radiohead. My girlfriend loves them, so it's kind of a thing that we're both kind of doing together, is exploring more of their music. So pretty rewarding. It's not a bad thing. They're a fantastic band. Next one. This is another kind of grail that I've been looking for. Very expensive on Discogs and out of print, and for whatever reason, this copy showed up, and it was a great price, very reasonable price, the kind of price I'd pay for, like if I saw it in the record store, and it was sealed, brand new. Dandy Warhol's, what is this called? 13 Tales from Urban Bohemia. Love this album. I forget I don't know. I've mentioned this before, and I'm not really sure what the context was, why I mentioned this album in a previous thing, but now I have it on vinyl. I didn't have it on vinyl then, but I do now. And oh, it's the jean jacket. It was like the whack-a-mole thread that Mazzy did. And I think, was it a jean jacket one? I don't remember. Maybe not. I don't remember. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Finally have this on record. 2 record set. This album is my favorite album of theirs, easily. I have their 2 other albums that came before this, but this 3rd album is my favorite. Godless Muhammad, Nietzsche, let's see, Get Off, Bohemian Like You, Big Indian. Just so many freaking great songs. Just classic Dandy Warhols. Love this. Comes with an insert. It's got a whole bunch of photographs of the band. Don't forget, is this the one where they were touring with Love and Rockets, and there's one where they're like showing a bunch of pictures of them with Love and Rockets. But anyway, here's the band there on the back. And it came on 2 records on this deep dark purple vinyl, which is really cool too. I don't think I have anything in my collection in this color. So really beautiful stuff. Dandy Warhols. 13 Tales of Urban Bohemia. So I've seen some other people have it, and I've always been so jealous of them for having this, and now I finally have it. Now this next one goes way back. It's the Wayback Machine, 1979. I don't show a lot of old music, classic rock kind of stuff, but I did listen to a lot of it back in the day. And this is an album that I've always kind of wanted. It's kind of a best of to me for them. And I found this. It's beat up. I found it at the local record store here. It's seen its better day, but it's an original, and it sounds great. The vinyl itself is pretty clean, and it doesn't pop or skip or anything. Can't complain. Supertramp, Breakfast in America. I love this album. I love so many of the songs on here. I'll admit it. I really like Supertramp. So it doesn't have Give a Little Bit, which is one of my favorite songs of theirs, but it's got all the other ones that I love. So why not? So this is on A&M Records, 1979. According to Discogs, it's the first edition, the original. This is what the insert looks like. And custom label on A&M Records there with the lady and the Statue of Liberty kind of deal going. So Supertramp, Breakfast in America. I listen to this all the time. It's freaking great. This next one is an artist I've been talking about probably too much, but I'm starting to go back and pick up her back catalog. Her name is Angel Olsen. Now this album came out after In Mirrors, the one that I show all the time, but it's actually like she reworks a lot of the songs from In Mirrors on this. Kind of more of an acoustic, intimate kind of setting instead of the fully produced orchestral kind of sound that she has in Mirrors. This is just more pared down and simple. It's really nice. I've been listening to it for a while on Spotify, and I just decided, actually I went to the record store and I saw it, and this copy was priced used, but it was still sealed. So I was getting the used price for the sealed copy, and it actually was a variant. Here's the back. It was actually a colored vinyl variant that I hadn't seen around, because usually when I see this in the store, it's like a smoky gray vinyl that they always advertise. And this one actually was like this kind of hazy, dusty purple. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's a variant I haven't seen yet, and it's priced used, but it's sealed brand new. So it was just a win-win-win for me to go ahead and grab it. No better time. Comes with the poster. The poster's not great, so I'm not going to unfold it right now. I think she's done better artwork and photography in her stuff than on this, so it's not worth it. But anyway, here's the inner sleeve with some lyrics and some photographs. So I'm really getting into her older stuff, and it's different, but it's really nice. I mean, her voice is just fantastic, no matter what kind of style she sings in. I also got in the mail this is her 3rd album, and it's called, what is it called? God, I can't even, I'm such a space cadet. My Woman. Yeah, so this is her 3rd album. It comes in this really nice gatefold with all the lyrics and photographs and such. Here's the back. Again, more of her kind of her older stuff is more kind of simplified, just her and a guitar for the most part, just singing, just using her vocal instrument. I just love her voice. Black vinyl, one record, really nice stuff. My Woman. And then this one I showed in a past video. This is her second album. The one I got through Amazon came completely smashed. All the corners were bent in. And so I returned it and ordered it from this same vendor who was selling My Woman. So I got both records in the same box, and they're nice and pristine, beautiful corners, no seam splits or anything. And again, great stuff by her. Insert with lyrics and then some kind of weird kind of drawing on the back. Nice stuff. Black vinyl, Angel Olsen. This is called Burn Your Fire for No Witness. So that's her second full-length album. This last part, I finish it up here. I've just posted a video just the other day of this, but I just got this in the mail. Beach House's 7th record called 7. Got it just in the nick of time to do that video, so that's awesome. Really great album, kind of underrated, I think. It didn't come out with a lot of fanfare, I don't think, compared to like Depression Cherry or Bloom, but I really starting to like this album a lot. They're going to play like 3 or 4 songs from this album on the new tour, so I'm looking forward to that a lot. Beach House 7. And then of course the pièce de résistance. The last thing that I'll show is, if you've seen my Beach House video, I did an unboxing of this, Once Twice Melody. It's just fantastic. I've seen mixed reviews on this. Some people think it's just goes on too long and they're not breaking new. I don't know, just whatever. People have their beefs, but I think it's freaking awesome. I think there's maybe one song that I don't really care for that much, but for the most part, it's just wall to wall, 18 songs, 80 minutes of Beach House, just being beautiful. And I love it. And I can't wait to see them perform this live. That's the outside box. And then the inside comes in these 2 sleeves, and then it's gold vinyl, and then this clear vinyl to match the kind of artwork on the front. So anyway, Beach House, Once Twice Melody, just released on the 18th. That's it, folks. That's all I got. I've got a few more that I'm holding back because I'm going to include those with other things that I have on order or will buy in the future or whatever. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're having a great weekend, and love you guys. See ya. Bye.